ANC Deputy President David Mabuza is leaning in for a second run for the role, but he says it's up to the ANC's branches across the country to decide. His willingness comes only 2 months before the party's crucial elective conference in December. Let's talk about it now with political analyst Rebone Tau. Rebone, good evening and welcome. Mabuza's in for some tough competition, isn't he, with the likes of Paul Mashatile and others. Talk to us about how his prospects look for this second-in-command position.
Good afternoon, Emmanuel, and good afternoon to the viewers at home. I mean, the timing for him to say now he's available for Deputy President has really put him at a back foot. But one thing is that when I spoke to people from the ANC on the ground in Mpumalanga, most of them are saying that he's getting overwhelming support. But the issue is about the issue of the slates, and we've been seeing slates that have been going around. We saw last week, Sunday, there's an alleged caucus that said, where, for an example, in that caucus that said last week, Sunday, they're saying Senzo Mchunu for Deputy President to the current sitting President, Cyril Ramaphosa. We know that one of the things that KwaZulu-Natal has pronounced Paul Mashatile as a Deputy President. So it will depend how much numbers he gets from Mpumalanga and how he's able to negotiate with those who are running for president in terms of the different candidates that are there.
Well, I mean, he's also chanting the mantra of the ANC, isn't he? I'll serve the ANC in any capacity it deems fit. But do you believe he would go quietly into the night?
I don't think so. I mean, he's trying by all means, He is getting, by the way, also nomination in Gauteng. I've been speaking to some of these people that are supporting him in Gauteng who are saying that they're supporting him for president. So it's a bit confusing whether will he run for president. And we know that there was a song that was released a few months ago that says Umungameli. We know that Umungameli means president. So he brings a lot of confusion that whether is he contesting president or this thing of, yes, we know yesterday, now he comes back, he says deputy president. Will he ultimately say that, okay, this is the numbers I've got, while they are negotiating with other provinces and see if he will be accommodated in the top 6. We are to see that, but as things stand, it will be very difficult for him to be accommodated in the top 6, and it will depend on who they drop in the different slates that are there, especially the true front runners, which is President Ramaphosa and Dr. Zweli Mkhize.
So give us an overview then, in view of the fact that he has leaned in, as I've said, he's preaching the unity gospel with the view to engaging other leaders on the issue. He is someone that's being very visible throughout this, given the chances that you say, in terms of his prospects and how it looks for him. Where does the leadership race overall stack up right now? Just give us a sense of who is very strongly in the front running, with also the endorsements from the provinces.
I think in terms of the nominations, you have the President Ramaphosa, who's getting also a lot of nomination. You've got also Deputy President, not Deputy President, former Minister of Health, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, who's getting also nominations. But also in some parts of the country, you do have also some who are supporting Lindiwe Sisulu. She's been getting some nominations, and Dr. Dlamini Zuma has also been getting nominations. But the true front runners, as I'm saying, is Dr. Zweli Mkhize and President Ramaphosa. And also the other one which is very interesting, earlier on when I was speaking to people in Soweto, they were saying that they are behind Kensani Kubai, and that Paul Mashatile is also from this province. So it will depend between Kensani Kubai and Paul Mashatile, who's likely to get overwhelming support. We wait to see that, because the other one is from Soweto, the other one is from Alex, and the sitting president is also from Soweto, while we know that the president's branch in Soweto pronounced Paul Mashatile for the position of deputy president. But it's very interesting. This is one of the conferences where it's not certain for anyone. Anything can happen. Branches, as I was speaking to some people who are from Youth League, who are saying that we don't want an leadership of the ANC. We want a younger leadership of the ANC. And they're clear that in terms of the president, they don't care who wins. But in terms of going down from deputy president, they want to see young people. You have people like David Masondo also, who seems to be getting also support, but also you've got Sten Mathabata, who his home province, Limpopo, is saying supporting him. And also we have seen that in this alleged slate that was released last week, that the so-called CR22 faction, there was also the issue of Gwede Mantashe, but I'm not sure if Gwede Mantashe will come back as the national chair. Then the interesting one that we are seeing again now is the issue of Fikile Mbalula for Secretary General, and you seem to have a lot of people now speaking around the issue of Fikile Mbalula. You've got also Pomolo, who's on the slate of Zweli Mkhize for the position. And Mtumiseni is the question that is Mtumiseni being dropped now by the CR faction, because on that slate of the alleged caucus that said last week Sunday, Mtumiseni was not pronounced as the ideal candidate. The caucus resolved on Fikile Mbalula. So this will be very interesting, that will Fikile Mbalula get that support, because as things stand, only a few branches have managed to sit. There's been problems also with the scanner. So there is still room for new candidates that are coming up in terms of the slates that are there.
Well, given everything you've said just now, Rebone, it would seem the only certainty is uncertainty, and anything can happen as this elective conference draws near. Thank you very much for your time and your insight. We appreciate it. Rebone Tau, political analyst.